Hello and welcome to Cooking with Logan. My name's Logan and we're going to show you a recipe today how to make a watermelon feta salad. It sounds very strange, it tastes very good. So today you're going to need a quarter of a watermelon. It may say half on your ingredient list, but a quarter of a watermelon. You're going to need a whole cucumber. I say about a half a cup of feta. This is my whole tub here. I have some mint, but you can omit it or use basil instead. I also have some Italian dressing, which you can get store-bought. I made my own. And lastly, you'll need lime juice. So first what we're gonna have to do is cut the watermelon. So I've got my quarter watermelon here. It's looking nice and exposed. So what I wanna do is sort of cut it into 2 centimeter slices. Remember, being very careful, maybe with the supervision of an adult and maybe a sharper knife. Cut these into about, maybe that's 1 centimeters or 2, but about that size, okay? I'm just gonna show you guys how to make one bowl right now, but if you were to do the whole thing, you'd cut the whole watermelon like this. So I'm gonna start with maybe 3 slices here. Whoa. So I've got my watermelon, as you can see, and I'm gonna cut it into cubes. I'm going to cut it along this way. Remember, being very careful. You're going to want to discard or compost any of the rinds here. So I've got a bit here that isn't rind, so very carefully cutting that out, cutting through it, making a sort of like a cube, like that. I'm just going to do that for the rest. So I've got these nice and lined up, and I'm just going to cut through them, cuts like butter. My rinds here, which I'll discard, and next we'll do the cucumber. If you can get some supervision for this, use a sharp knife, be very careful. So you're gonna pretty much do to the watermelon, or to the cucumber, the same thing you did to the watermelon. So I'm gonna just sort of discard this. I guess we could use it. And what you can do is, I just slice it right down the middle, like that. And then you have these cute little cucumber halves. And then what I do is just chop those up like that. And then you've got these cute little sort of comparable sizes to the watermelon. And again, we're just doing one bowl. We're not doing a whole meal prep lunch. So as you'll see, we've got our watermelon there and our cucumber as well. So I have it, I think I had it so that you guys were to cut the watermelon into quarters. So the way that would look would be to cut it like this, and then again, very carefully cutting it one more time like that. And remember, we can do the same thing we just did. Remember, I'm just doing one bowl, so I don't want to cut too much because I'm not that hungry. I'll finish this off. And if you don't like the size of the cucumbers, you can cut them smaller, you can cut them bigger, whatever you want to do. It's up to you. I like them pretty big. I like a chunky salad. So that's what we've got so far. We'll go on to the feta and dressing, and we're almost done. Okay, so next step, we've got our watermelon and cucumber in here. What I'm actually going to do, just so we can finish this up, say you have 5 portions of this for school, what you want to do is just sprinkle it with a little bit of, if you got lemon juice or lime juice, what it's going to do is kind of preserve it, keep it good for your whole week of meal prep, and add a little zing that you really want for the salad. So next, I'm actually just going to crumble some of the feta into a container. So I've got my feta here, and this is just a side container. I don't like to pre-mix it with the salad because, I don't know, the salad might get mushy, the feta might get less firm. I like it to be firm and flavorful. So what I'm going to do is separate my feta into a cute little side container to bring along with me to school for my lunch. Yeah, I got my little feta there. I've also got here some mint. So this adds a really really good kind of unique spin to the salad that I think differentiates it from other salads. You don't have to use mint, you can use basil, you can use, I think, even sage, I said on there, or you can just use Italian dressing. But if you have access to it, I recommend trying it, and I'm just going to kind of give it just a rough mince. Mince. Okay. And then going to include that. I have my little container here of Italian dressing. It looks a little weird. It's not store-bought. It's homemade. But I'm just going to put my mint just right in there. This is my side container of dressing, so I can eat my salad at school and it doesn't get soggy from being dressed all day. Sorry about my dirty hands there. So what we have, you can shake it up if you want. Again, totally optional step. Now what we have here, we have our dressing, we've got our feta, and we've got our bowl of salad. So say you're bringing this to school, I'm like, oh, let me open my bowl of salad. I've got my feta here. I open up my little container of feta, sprinkle it about in my salad, and then I take my dressing, which I may have packed too much of. Remember, try to follow just the metrics on the recipe there. I am just making one batch, but kind of just follow your intuition with how much you want. I've got all my salad in a bowl. If you got one of these fancy glass logs from Costco, you can shake it up like this, kind of get everything integrated in there. And then look at this. Oh my goodness, so delicious looking. Tastes incredible. Great balance of this refreshing, this sweet, sort of this tangy, minty flavor. So I totally recommend you make this for school if you can, again with a mentor or adult's help, or if you're an adult watching this, hello. And I hope you guys enjoy. Join me next time where I make some other delicious, cheap, and nutritious meal. Goodbye. Take care.